Okay, we've picked our basic pigments for our basic palette. I showed you this the last time. I'll show it to you again. These are our 5 pigments that we're going to use. And we're going to mix every color that has ever existed, and every color that will exist, with just this many pigments. We're going to do that using a triangle. And I'm using a triangle because that's the way I visually see it. When I think of it in my head and I mentally look at it, it's not a circle. It's a triangle to me. And I'm going to show you how to use that and how I mentally think about it. I don't visually put out a triangle every time I mix colors and stuff. I just do it in my head. And that's through years of it. I've thought about this for years, and that's the way I used to draw it out and figure out all the colors and the relationships of those colors. So we'll go ahead and start with a color triangle. This is my basic triangle. This is an equilateral triangle, meaning all these legs, these outer legs, are of equal length. Each angle is 60 degrees, so it adds up to 180 degrees. You can make this inches, you can make it meters, centimeters, millimeters, whatever you want. The bigger it is, the more colors you can get into it. The first thing you do, the first thing I do, is I put my basic pigments in there, one at the top, left and right at the corners. It doesn't make any order. You can put them in any order that you want. Put my darkest dark and my lightest light up here. And then I go from this corner over to the middle of the other leg. Each one of these corners, that's exactly halfway. And this is exactly halfway. And then I take half of that and put a line here, half there, and I do that, and then half of the half and half of the half. And you can do it down as small as you want, depending on how many colors you want. We won't use a lot of colors for this demonstration. And then this line here, go halfway down on that, halfway down on that, and halfway down on that. And as you can see, it doesn't make any difference how you put it. You can turn it any way you want to put whatever color you want at the top. Okay. Now I'm not going to talk when I do this. I'm going to go ahead and do this and then talk after I do it. But basically, I'm going to take half of this color, half of that color, and put it halfway between. Half of this color, half of that color, put it here. Half of this color, half of this color, and put it here. What you wind up with is the term that's commonly used called the complementary colors of these here. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then after I do that and show it to you, I'll start filling in the legs and discuss a little more. Here's what I've done. I mixed about half of this color and half of this color and put it halfway between the two colors, and I get this color. Same here. Half of this color, half of this color, and I get this color halfway between. Half of this color, half of this color, and I get this color halfway between. Now what we have now is the complements. This color, this is the complement of that color. This is the complement of that color. This is the complement of that color. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish these outer legs. And the technique I'm going to use is I'm going to take half of this color, and put it halfway between the two colors. Same with these two colors. And then when I have this color here, I'm going to take half of that color, half of this color, and put it here. And I do that all the way around here. And then I get my palette with these 3 colors that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to discuss the inner lines after I finish these outer lines.